Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to the Miss Best Reviews channel. I am Mrs. Best. I do have my co-host from the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel, James, here. Welcome in.
Hey. Good morning, everybody. It is freezing here in Phoenix. Hope everyone's having a great day. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, don't believe him when he says it's freezing in Phoenix. It's cold. It is cold, but they're not getting record lows or snow. That's the only good thing about the desert, Phoenix and Vegas. It does get cold, but not to the suffrage that is the East Coast or California right now. Hell. But we are here to go over the premiere of the Housewives of Beverly Hills. I am a couple days late. I am a full-time student. I was a little behind in school, so I had to get caught up. Unless y'all gonna pay my bills, school will always have to come first, unfortunately. But Beverly Hills is back, and I am underwhelmed. These women have nothing to talk about outside of Garcelle Beauvais. They have nothing. Anything that was discussed without Garcelle is stuff that you guys got at Garcelle for trying to get you to discuss, such as your failing marriages. Boring. And the way that they treat each other, I'm pretty sure that's a part of why their marriages are failing, as quiet as it's kept, because they all left and none of their husbands seem to care. And one of their husbands just can't remember, allegedly, Mr. Girardi. But I felt like the intro to this season was weird as hell. They were showing the ladies walk through Beverly Hills, and honestly, with as much as these women have touched their face with plastic surgery and no shade to the colorless, it did not give what they thought it gave. It was strange. But I guess we see Dorit, aka Doris, as we call her on this channel, meet with Bose. Not much happened here. I was just like, Dorit, you bought Bose an Hermes throw for $2,000. But half of your house based on the barbecue last season is unfurnished. You also were allegedly known to have some financial issues. But okay, Dorit, maybe don't gift your already rich friends with gifts that you cannot afford. Because based on her life and that cigarette last season, I don't think she can afford it. I just don't.
It was given. She was waiting for her last season's check, and it finally got through the bank. And so now she's finna go ahead and splurge and get her some new outfits this season. Kind of like what Sheree be doing.
Good job to Dorit for not leaving the $10,000 in the shopping cart while shopping this time. Very good, Dorit. I feel like they want Bose and Dorit to be kind of like Sutton and Garcelle were, the friendship that we really root for and care for, but I don't think that that's going to happen. Black community, we still side on Bose. Number one, there's that. Between her and 8.5, we are tired. And everyone else as it relates to Bose, I don't think anyone cares too much. I just don't care. For me, with Dorit, it's too late. But moving forward, hi, Naya. Good morning. She said, Beverly Hills is back. Here we go with the clicks. Beverly Hills in Salt Lake City always want somebody to click up. They just do, in terms of the colorless cast, because it drives me crazy. But yeah, we all side eye in Bose. Heavy.
Absolutely.
Heavy. I don't like her. But PK exposes some stuff that I also feel like none of us will care about, which is why the show is boring and you guys are hating that Garcelle is in your head rent free and was the show. I don't care that PK is dating. PK has done nothing wrong. Now, I don't like PK, but these people are separated. They don't live together. He went to a therapist and this man was able to get sober, lose some weight, and get his game back. I do not care about PK talking to other women in the press. And I also feel like Dorit is kind of full of shit because she keeps saying, I don't talk badly about PK in front of the kids, but you're doing it on national television on a syndicated show of one of the biggest networks on that presents reality TV to people. So don't cry to me, talk about you don't talk badly about your kids when your kids can do a Google search and hear every bad thing you have to say about their dad. They could turn on demand with most cable networks. So I'm kind of annoyed with Dorit. She's mad that PK wants joint custody. In her mind, PK only wants joint custody because he doesn't want to look bad not fighting for custody. Maybe he loves his kids and wants to be around them sometimes without having to be around you, Dorit. Can we give the man a shot? Not a literal shot, because that might send him back into what he was when he was married to her. But I feel like Dorita's just upset that PK is thriving without her. It proves what we kind of all thought. Like, she's annoying and probably not the best spouse. Did you have any feelings on PK's comment or on her comments about PK to Bose?
I feel like you said, give him a chance because we only have her side of the story. We don't have his. I can't fully assess or judge the situation as a content creator if I don't have all of the facts. So until PK comes out with his side of the story, I'm really equipped and astute enough to kind of filter through the bullshit from both of them because I know there is some between the two. So I want her to stop, making it seem like he's just this vacant father just because he was a vacant husband. And in his case, I don't blame him.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to deal with her ass too.
I
I'd be
wouldn't
on
want, yeah.
FaceTime with the kids.
Right. I'd be like, okay, yeah, exactly. Do they have their own phones? Good. I will FaceTime them and then I will call you when I'm ready to pick them up.
Dorit, I'm not doing it. I think everyone thought Dorit was going to have redemption because she smoked a cigarette in that car. I truly believe that. I knew last season people was like, oh, Mrs., you're not going to talk about that. I was not wowed by her smoking no fucking cigarette. That's childish to be wowed by that, in my opinion. I was not wowed by that. I said, this lady's doing everything she can. Kind of like Diddy in the documentary, literally admitting that he's doing whatever he can to fix his image. I feel like Dorit was kind of doing that with PK. Like, I don't care. I've not been wowed by anything she's done on the show. Not once. And I probably never will be, y'all. I'm sorry. I've never seen it for Dorit.
Me either.
I'm surprised she's lasted this long, honestly.
Which is why I call her Doris, because I don't believe that that's that lady's name. I don't believe anything this lady tells me. I just don't. I'm just one of those people that just feel like she just wasn't, a wow factor to me. She was just there. And then she wanted to pipe it up last season. Lady, get away from me.
Right. Honestly, Dorit doesn't understand PK was what made her interesting for years and years and years, because her by herself is not all of that. And she would hate to hear it, but honey, Chanel and buying her meds, it won't make you interesting. But the last little bit we get from Doris, she then moves on to Kyle. Here's my thing, Dorit. You have a storyline all on your own with this divorce, right? But you kill us caring about your storyline when all you do is talk badly about PK, and all you want to do is talk about this divorce 24/7. So now Dorit is claiming that Kyle is not there for her because she filed for divorce publicly after they weren't already in a good space and no longer close. And she expected Kyle to reach out to her sooner than Kyle did. The complaint is not that Kyle did not reach out. The complaint is that after Dorit announced that she got a divorce, it took Kyle 4 days to reach out. They're not close. Me, the way I am, I'm not going to text someone as soon as I see big news or hear about it. I'm going to give them some days to settle and deal with it and take all their calls, and then I'll call them. That's what having coof usually involves. So right. I'm looking at Dorit and I'm like, now you're really pissing me off because you're making me defend Kyle, and I don't like vile Kyle. I just don't. And I'm looking at Dorit like, girl, you have no reason to be mad at this lady. And then you're trying to bring her husband into it, which is stupid, by saying that she thinks that PK was caught in the press with a woman because he feels safe to do that because of Mauricio's multiple photos in the press with a woman.
Oh, God.
He's separated. We don't care. And even if it is Mauricio's fault, whatever it takes to get away from you, that seems to be this man's edge. Like, I don't care. I hope their divorce goes fast because I know they're both broke. I know they're both in debt. I hope the divorce goes fast. I'm tired of Dorit James.
I'm tired of her too. And the fact that this heifer really did say 4 days, she took 4 days to call me or reach out to me. And it was like 4 days. Mind you, this woman got businesses. She's busy. She got a whole lot going on. Her daughter's getting married. She going through her own divorce. Yeah, right. Like she got you really expect somebody to reach out to you just because Bose called you 2 hours later. You really think that somebody's really supposed to reach out to you in that prevalent of time? Just be thankful she thought of you at all to say something.
And like, Bose, oh my God, reaching out to you is nothing to celebrate because Bose really gives that nigga that's nosy as hell and is calling you because she wants to know your business, not because she cares. Because the energy that Bose had with Dorit when they was just meeting is the same energy that Bose has with everybody. no matter how close or far away she is. You cannot trust people like that. And separately, if Dorit had friends in the Black community outside of her housekeeper, as she told
She
us
would know that.
reunions ago, then you would understand that there is a reason when the Black community don't fuck with somebody who's very Black on a very white show. And it might show you that if her own people can't trust her, nobody can. And
Well,
I truly believe that.
first of all, I had a cousin of mine say you can never trust a heifer who got hair that weigh 175 pounds. You can never trust somebody like that.
No, because you just balancing the world.
Yep, exactly.
Naya said, I didn't care for the cigarette. I cared that she challenged Kyle. That was entertaining. A lot of people, though. Recappers up and down were overly excited for that cigarette scene. When I say, if you go back to that live last season, people was messaging me, why did I bring it up? Even James questioned me on the live and why I didn't bring it up, because I did not care. I said, okay, she's smoking.
I just thought it was, I just love the stress of it all. That's somebody who literally got $10,000 worth of bills, only got $35 in her account. She's stressed.
Fake. I didn't even buy it as real stress. I feel like everything Dorit does is fake and for the show.
Yeah.
We've seen this lady done been allegedly robbed. We done seen her go to hypnotherapy trying to get over PTSD from being robbed. We done seen her go through some stuff on this show. Ain't never in her life she pick up a cigarette. Then she decides she want to pick it up. These bitches on Housewives, and that's why I get annoyed with Bravo for allowing the stuff they do. They will do anything if they think that it's going to make them interesting or keep them on here for another season. Because prior to Garcelle coming on this show, there was talk about Dorit leaving it. They wanted to fire her ass. She had nothing to give. Now, because her man don't want her, she thinks she's interested, and I'm not going to let her think she is. She's lucky Kyle said anything at all. Wasn't she Team PK? Kyle was very much so Team PK, and Kyle still is Team PK. She's just not going to let us see that now.
Mm-hmm.
She made no sense. I was like, you throwing Mauricio in it. Dorit, keep your problems with your own man. Good morning. Good morning, Shanny. Bo's been letting us know she's crazy nosy. Right. She's not a friend to anybody. That's one thing I do think about Bo. She is not a friend to anybody. And to make it in the marketing world, that in the CEO world, as a woman, hard. A Black woman, you had to have done some shit, and you have to learn to not give a damn all the time. So quietly messy, her wigs, Kyrie's secrets and shade. My husband was like, her hairstyle is Black. Why are they doing that to her? I said, yes, her hairstylists are Black, and she prides herself in it. Here's Bo's problem. If you're going to credit, like last season at the reunion, if you're going to credit Black and African hairstylists for your clothes and hair, make sure they look good. Because not everybody can do hair white and dress you right. Just because they have color does not
It's
mean.
given. You remember Hair Show where they had that one scene with the tiger? That's what it's given. It's given she was that model.
Bo's be looking also too crazy with the hair. And she's a beautiful woman. Body is tea. I need Bo's to fire her current hairstylist. I just do.
I don't know. I feel like it ain't the hairstylist's fault.
She's probably telling them.
Yeah, she's like and I would do it to get my paycheck too. Like, I don't care how crazy you look.
When she went, and we're gonna get to that in a moment, but when she went to Kyle's event at the end of the show, and she had that long ass bust down that came past her ass, and she's a tall woman and had the audacity with some flat twist and a bad wig gluing, I said, oh, this is busy. This is too much. Just leave it alone. I said, oh, Bose, you need help. You can't dress to save your life, Bose. You just can't. It's not given what she thought that it was given. It just isn't.
It's too many bundles. It's like, lady, it's
like she's using looks cheap too. It looks like the yucky hair that you would braid in. It looks like braiding hair that somebody glued onto a wig. It never looks like it's actual like weave hair or bundled hair. I don't know what she's doing, but we're gonna come back to you, Bose. We are introduced to Rachel Zoe. For those who are Bravo alums, true alumni, you remember watching Rachel Zoe years and years ago on Bravo. I did. I don't have any issues with Rachel Zoe. I'm also not like, oh my God, it's Rachel Zoe. Like, so excited that she's joined the show. I'm curious to see how she'll do because we haven't seen her in some time, but she was no shade on Bravo during the time the network was boring and struggling. So,
which is why I don't know who she is.
Yeah, no, she was pretty big, but she just wasn't like, to me, everyone was overly excited for her return. But we get Rachel Zoe here. She's pretty chill. I don't have too much bad to say. She's got 2 kids now. She doesn't tell us much. But we learned that she's friends with Kathy Hilton. She's known her for years. She used to be friends with Kathy's daughters, Paris and Nikki. Rachel Zoe was married to a man for 18 years, with him for a total of 33 years. Pretty much it seems like her storyline is learning how to live single when she spent most of her adult life with a person. They're no longer together, but they're not divorced. They have 2 kids. It sounds like they're estranged. I mean, that's her introduction to her. Did you want to add anything to her? Because I was like, I can't really judge her this far.
I can't judge it this far based on the clips and everything. Like, it just seems like she was going through some very tumultuous relationship issues. I have to be careful with my words here on YouTube, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You know, think of Ike and Tina Turner kind of situations. That's what it looks like to me. I mean, the way she is hush mouthed and tight lipped about everything, it's like, and him throwing that pen at her in one of them scenes on their show. Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't know what this is. I need him to come on camera.
Allege that without seeing more on camera, I wouldn't actually do that at all, even alleging, just because that's such a serious thing for someone to deal with. But I just need to see more from her instead of her telling us what she used to have with her husband and stuff. But I will say they are proof of a psychological fact that research has proven time and time again. Children make relationships harder. So stop having them thinking it's going to fix it.
Especially if you go that long, because they were together 18 years before they had children, which is that's a long time to be with somebody and then decide to have children. That's crazy. So it almost makes it seem like the children were the demise of the relationship. Like, if you really put 2 and 2 together,
children are the demise of over 80% of marriages. That's what usually starts it. And people get divorced thinking it's for reasons. Oh, we couldn't get along. Oh, the spark just died. 9 times out of 10, it's because children acts as what we call an interactive barrier to people being able to actually have a decent relationship. Not saying people can't have kids and have love, but make sure the person you love is really who you love, because you definitely gonna struggle adding those kids. But you know, Shandy said watching the clips they put up on the show of her old show, and the husband was talking crazy to everyone in the scene. Dude, who you talking to like that? That was before we had social media. That was before we had cell phones all the time on our hips. Like, that was a so long ago. I mean, she had her first child then, and that was 18 years in. So it's been over a decade since we've seen her, because her oldest is 14. So it's been a while. When the husband said, make a viral video go viral, I'm not going to lie, I hollered. And when he threw the pen, I was like, oh, okay, I see why they divorced. Yeah. I mean, not everybody that you get with is good for kids. Not everybody is built for kids. Not everyone's meant to have them. That's why I'd be looking at people like, be careful and figure out how to get with someone. Because if you,
I just feel like if we married 18 years and we ain't had no children, we ain't having none at all. Like, why would we wait 18 years later to have a child? That's great. Y'all have to understand.
I've been with my spouse for 18 years. We don't have kids. So I always think about, like, more so age, and more so for me, age and the age of my uterus and stuff.
Right. Because how old was she when she had that first baby? Is the question.
Older. But if I get to 40 and I haven't had a child, I'm not doing it. And not just for my husband. But I mean, I'm a firm believer. Just make sure when you get with people, if they want kids, you see them around some kids at first, because I
just feel like your mindset is different when you wait to have them later in life versus having them younger in life. I think that your ways and your mindsets are just different. And this is a proof right here in the relationship and the marriage. It's like, for him to completely change his dynamic of who he was, now having a child, it just goes to show you shouldn't wait that long. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it shouldn't take that long. I understand it because of her career and stuff, but if you don't have kids with somebody, get to a family reunion, find you a friend. We all got that friend with too many kids somewhere. Find you a friend, offer to babysit, offer to see your spouse around kids. I don't have kids with my husband. We've been together almost 20 years, but I've seen the man around children. So it's like, okay, at least I know there's that ability to, you know, become available for kids, because not everybody has that, Lord. What else do we have here? I don't care about Alexia's wedding. I don't care about Kyle's family at all. Until these people stop bullshitting about their treatment of Kim, about what's really going on in their lives, I don't care. Stop trying to force your daughters on us. If they want their own show, let Bravo give them their own show. I don't really have much bad to say about her daughters, with the exception of the middle daughter. But I don't care. I guess the daughters are upset that their daddy, who is a separated man and allowed to date, has been photographed dating. I don't care. I'm sick of it. Get a divorce. You guys have been separated now for years on this television show. First she lied about it. Now she's trying to be open about it. And now she's lying about being single. I'm not doing this with Kyle. That's all I have to say. James wants to feel free.
Yeah, I had a question for that baby that called their daddy a hoe. What did you think about your mama when she was parading Morgan around?
It's different.
Yeah. Why does your mama get special treatment but your daddy don't?
I mean,
I just want to know. I just inquire minds want to know that question, because I feel like it's fair game. Kyle paraded a whole woman, brought her on national TV, and acting like they weren't a couple. So why your daddy can't go out and kiss a woman and somebody take a picture of it? I just don't understand it.
I don't either, but they're not cast members on the show, so I don't even care to answer the question. The other thing too, I feel like the way that Kyle is selling the story to the daughters, especially because I did recap Buying Beverly Hills and saw the dynamic with them and their dad, I feel like Kyle is made to kind of be coddled and protected in that household, which I'm not surprised about. But yeah, I don't have much for Kyle. She's got no storyline, in my opinion. Outside of this divorce, she has nothing. Naya said, OMG, I'm so glad someone said it. Kim Richards is the elephant in the room. They spend so much time hiding what's happening. It's irritating. Thank you. And for those who are not aware, during the time that this show has filmed in recent times, Kim Richards has still been struggling. Kim Richards has also been overcoming things. Kim Richards is also still upset, I believe, with Kyle. Like, there's a lot going on. Don't bring your family on and then try not to talk about the business that is your family. It's a mess. And it is obvious the girls are team mom, but honestly, their mom Kyle asks for everything that she gets. You ask this man to leave your house. You haven't filed for divorce. You haven't filed for legal separation. He's just out of the house. All you know is that you guys can date, and you're only saying he can date after you were caught dating somebody. So I'm like, Kyle, can we please move on and get some housewives with the actual husband? Because Housewives of Beverly Hills is starting to, ain't nobody got husbands. And some of them have husbands that they just can't record or that can't remember. So I can't. Sutton's son is graduating. Sutton, we don't see your kids being filmed, so we have not bonded with them to give a damn about their graduation. Congrats to the young man. His father has lots of money, and so does his mom. I'm sure he'll do great in life. I'm not wasting time on Sutton's kid graduating. But I will discuss this Avi, because Erica and Kyle come by to see Sutton. Sutton talks about how she fired Avi, but then she was like, oh, he was a very big part of my life. I'm just confused.
Sutton, did you fire Avi or did Avi quit?
Because I heard that Avi quit.
I did too. I didn't hear that she fired him. I heard that he quit.
She wasn't paying him.
I heard it was that, and then I also heard it was this last season, the treatment he got.
She treats him like shit. Just because you have someone that works as your servant, your butler, housekeeper. Those are the people you tip well and treat the best, because they're touching your house and all of your personal life. Like, even if you don't know someone well, you can still treat them with respect. And Sutton was doing a little bit too much. I think she gets rid of whoever holds her accountable in her life.
I agree.
That's just something I've noticed with her. I am no longer Team Sutton. She is now my least favorite housewife. She's a pick me in every way of the word, and I'm kind of over her. She does mention that, because Erica brings up Garcelle, and Kyle mentions how she reached out to Garcelle a bunch and that she hasn't returned her phone calls. And Kathy and a hat joined us, which was random. But Sutton interrupts the discussion of Garcelle, because Sutton, of course, on camera is going to try and make it seem like she's got nothing nice to say about or has nothing but nice things to say about Garcelle. And it's like Garcelle is kind of smart to leave the show, not say anything bad about anyone, and just say I have no regret, because now they can't even say, well, she's doing this and that. All they can say is that the picture they think was staged with Avi. They have nothing to talk about, y'all. So Sutton proves that there's nothing to talk about by telling us that her ex-husband has a file to have their marriage eradicated from the Roman Catholic Church. It's not really a flex to be part of that church anymore, because it seemed like left and right there's lawsuits and little boys that have been touched on. But okay, your marriage has been eradicated from the Catholic Church. I don't care about any of this.
I don't either, because at the end of the day, y'all were legally divorced. So what the hell? Yeah, it's like, what the hell does that matter now?
Sutton, you needed Garcelle, darling. That's what this is giving. That's what this is giving. The only part of this scene was funny was Kathy looking into a butter knife to try and see her reflection, as if she couldn't get up or pull a compact out of her purse to look in the mirror. And Reba agreeing that PK was not attractive. But they can't even throw shade appropriately. Can y'all just admit that Dorit was with him for his money, and now that he don't got it, the marriage suddenly failed?
Please, anybody.
Y'all not even throwing shade correctly.
Right. Because we know good and goddamn well that's what it is. Anybody with two eyes could see that, because one, he's not cute, and two, you could tell she looked like a kept woman. Like, you could tell. Like, I'm not gonna go here with y'all.
I don't care. Lord. I don't like how Kim treats Kyle, but then I notice Kathy is the same. It makes me wonder, why is Kyle the common denominator in all of the BS? I think Kyle is the common denominator for various reasons, but I
think she's underhanded with her treatment. I think she's underhanded. I think that we don't see it that way, because she's not going to allow herself to be seen in a way where it makes her look like the bad guy.
Yeah, but we've known this about Kyle, so I don't even want to talk about it.
Ever since that limo scene, trust me, I know exactly what I'm looking at.
We barely know her kids. Congrats. Woo. Big deal. Why is Avi gone? Speak up, Reba Jr. We don't care. Her kids aren't part of the show.
Honestly, I wanted Avi to quit the first day I met him, because I didn't like that treatment. I just didn't like how she treated him. I was like, oh, he need to quit, because ain't no way in hell.
If the kids aren't part of the show, we're not going to care when big milestones happen. I don't care that she's an empty nester. Most of the housewives come on here about to be empty nesters. I don't care. He was at Garcelle's movie premiere, and in the after show, it didn't sound like Sutton liked that very much. That's what they're mad about. They think that Garcelle and Avi have some sort of plan, which we know that they don't. Avi is on the after show because we loved him. He kind of made us tolerate Sutton when we didn't like her for the first couple seasons. It's the more they hate on Garcelle and Avi, the more they will be discussed and probably a part of it. Garcelle's probably going to be, we're probably going to see her on Watch What Happens Live a few times, still getting a check, while you bitches are talking about her for a check.
And I can't wait.
As Shani says, she's out there making movies, TV shows for Lifetime. She's got a Netflix deal. She's doing stuff with Max. Garcelle did what these bitches couldn't. She came on TV. She did what she was supposed to do. And she utilized her platform to become relevant again in the industry. And I'm glad that is working for her. And she did so without acting a fool. It's not Kathy is the richest ghetto white woman that we've seen. If Kathy was the richest white woman, she wouldn't be on the show. I promise you that. Real money don't need reality TV. And I stand by that statement at every moment that I can make it. Kyle is the baby and she's spoiled. It's spoiled. Not
the richest ghetto white woman you've ever seen.
She is. But I'm telling y'all, if Kathy was rich like she used to be, if Rick had it the way the Hiltons used to have it all these years, she would not be on this show. No. She's been doing reality shows left and right. Left and right. She was even in a reality show with her daughter and her big-headed grandchild. I'm trying to tell y'all, she's been doing reality TV left and right.
Big-headed grandchild. James, did it give you Kim and Sweetie from ATL? Oh, you talking about Sutton? No, Sutton was way worse than Kim.
Now we get to Kyle's house party. I don't get the purpose of the house party. And I'm not going over the scene with Erica and Bose just because nothing happened. Erica, this is not over. He was charged in one of his many cases and sentenced. Tom Girardi, as well as Erica Girardi, both have cases still joint they have to answer to. They have multiple lawsuits that they both have to answer to separately, together, all of that. She still has not handed over stuff to the court that she is supposed to hand over. And the earrings that she claimed she would be vindicated about, she was told to give back. So nothing has changed with Erica. She's still shady, and shame on every colorless person that wants to support a woman who is okay with downing victims. That's my thing. Your husband could have done this. You could have at least said, I'm so sorry for the victims, which would have been smart, because then you would have put all blame onto him.
Yep.
Now, because you want to be arrogant and a fucking bitch about it, now you're in all these lawsuits and stuff. Like, at this point, Erica's lawsuits are probably going to take longer than this show will last. I truly believe that.
Yep.
I don't want to talk about it. There's only so much we could say, but Erica doesn't have a storyline, and I'm not giving the bitch energy on this.
Erica is delusional as hell. And the thing about it is, you could try to fool the fans all you want to about what's going on with you, but you ain't fooling us who actually are educated, have knowledge, and actually are reading the cases, ma'am. And as I said, if I was a judge, I wouldn't let you out that marriage either.
Yeah. There's a reason, because mind you, Erica is still legally married. She hasn't been granted separation. She hasn't been granted anything.
Nope.
She is still legally married, but California is a state where you can be married and not married and have your own life all in one. It is very easy to do that in the state, so I'm not surprised. But Kyle's summer party irked me. It was empty as hell also. I was like, there's nobody here. Maybe she doesn't want anyone around. I don't know. But they go back to discussing Garcelle when Sutton arrives, and Sutton gives us this sad montage about the last time she saw Garcelle was when she was walking out on her and the cast. I said, you ain't shit, and you was never a friend. Because if you were a friend, you would understand why she walked out. That means you ignored years of Garcelle's complaints about these women. And I know you're choosing to ignore it now, because for years you defended Garcelle against how she felt about these women. Now suddenly you don't understand. That just came out of nowhere. Sutton is the worst friend that you could have. I've had friendships like this where you think you and this person are close, you mesh, it's easy to be around them, you have a good time. And then you learn at a later time that it was a friendship of convenience. And I think Garcelle learned that, because the whole time Sutton just wanted to be accepted by Kyle. The whole time. Even Lip Licker a couple seasons ago noticed that. That is all Sutton seems to care about. So Sutton claims she texted Garcelle, got no response. Dorit tried to throw Garcelle under the bus by saying that she thinks Dorit was just friends with Sutton for friendship. Dorit, be quiet, because not one friendship have you made on this show that has lasted, and you've been here longer than many. Not one friend. Not one person chooses to keep Dorit as a friend. Nobody wants to deal with her. Not even Lisa Rinna like you. Stop it, Doris. But they then try to say that Sutton is much more enjoyable without Garcelle, as if Garcelle had a battery and a remote controller and controlled how Sutton behaved in front of the group. These ladies are using Garcelle as a way to get away with their bad behavior also as it relates to Sutton, because they were bullies to Sutton and they did treat Sutton like shit season after season. Now they're going to say that she's better because of Garcelle when she's not. Even before in this scene that Sutton walked up, they were trying to talk badly about her with the Avi thing. I'm not going to go over it too much because, again,
me either. I'm gonna say one or two things.
And please make your one or two things quick, because there's not much to say. That these people have her fucked up. They have Garcelle fucked up. Don't talk about her if she's not here. If y'all not mad at her and don't want her to have a platform, fine. Don't talk about her. You don't get to say that this lady was problematic and then use her as a subject to talk about.
Yeah, Bose, you especially, because for you to sit up there and say that you didn't do anything to Garcelle, ma'am, how dare you, of all people,
This time, Bose was on Watch What Happens Live at the time of this filming with Erica, allowing Erica to throw microaggressions towards Garcelle, which is not okay. Bose is a bird. And Uncle Tom Bird with that
And what
last
made it
name.
even worse is then when social media ate your ass up, then you gonna come out with a whole social media post talking about how much you love Garcelle and how much you wish that y'all could have connected more on the show.
I mean,
And
exactly. She told on herself right there. If you wish you would have connected more, you did not know this lady well enough to comment or have the opinion that you have.
mm-hmm.
So Bose did exactly what Sutton does, which is go along to get along. I'm not doing it with these women.
Yeah, and then if Sutton, if that was the case, I would have respected Sutton more if she just said, you know, the reason why Garcelle ain't here is because all of y'all tried to make her seem like she was just this evil monster. If like, even if you ain't cool with her, just have her back and be like, no, that ain't what happened, and y'all know it ain't. But you know, Sutton
Trying to
not gonna
make
do
it
that.
seem like she was a bad person when she's the only one using her platform to do anything purposeful or worthwhile. None of these bitches have done anything that sells a message, can help us learn something. At least Garcelle's making content that helps her community. Shani said the last time she had a storyline was when Tom got locked up and she stole what they could fit in her car from the house and broke out on Tom real quick. Erica has no storyline. She never will.
That wasn't even a storyline. That was child, please. That was
I've
terrible.
not liked Erica since she came at Eileen the way that she did
Me
seasons
too.
ago. I've never liked her because I felt like anybody who watched the show knew that Eileen was a person that if you come at her all types of hood and ratchet, she's going to be confused and thrown off by it. So to me, I looked at that as bullying. Erica ain't shit, never will be shit. Talking about Garcelle from the beginning of the episode to the end of the episode, and the sister is not even here. Yeah. Sutton's hysterics were Garcelle's fault. Right. Not all skin folk is kin folk, and that's all Garcelle ever said. And they can't stand it. I'm telling you, if they're talking about Garcelle the whole season and Bravo doesn't ask them at the reunion why they've done that, because everyone is asking that. The premiere was known and I think reported on by every recapper I follow, every blog, every review, said the premiere was weak, it was boring, and that Garcelle's presence was, or lack of her presence was felt. So if they get to the reunion and they talk about only Garcelle, I'm going to be annoyed. I'm going to be annoyed.
It's going to cuss everybody out.
She did Eileen wrong, and Eileen got her against the parents on the soap opera a couple of times, The Young and the Restless, I believe. Yeah, Eileen to me was too big for this show. And I think that's the trouble with doing a housewife show in a city like Beverly Hills. A lot of the people in Beverly Hills that have the money and the glam and the life that are willing to do a show like this aren't, in my opinion, representative of Beverly Hills. For those who are actually from California, the real money in Beverly Hills would not dare come near this show or any show. I promise y'all that. The real money is not doing reality TV. That's the people. That's why we always joke trying to arrange for a divorce, save their coins.
Did Eileen come on the show after Lisa Rinna?
They came on. She came on before.
Was she before? Okay,
because I was gonna a little bit before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember when she came on. I just remember watching that season where Erica got her fucked up, and yeah, that's kind of how I was like, oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, Erica's too much. Let's see. Where are we in my little notes? So Kathy and Rachel Zoe arrived, and everybody was a fangirl over Rachel Zoe. I don't like when people do this. Just because somebody well-known or who's a public figure is in your event or in your live. Me and James have had people on the shows or celebrities, YouTubers that are well-known. We've both had them drop in our lives. I don't like when people fangirl over shit, because something I learned growing up dancing professionally in the industry was this. The more thirsty people are, oh my God, so nice to meet you. People hate that. They hate that. People just want to feel normal. So I felt like they all kind of fangirled over Rachel Zoe a little bit. But Kathy pulling out an ugly pair of pants for Kyle from her purse was funny. But can y'all stop trying to also have a show off of Kathy and her quirky little behaviors? Because Kathy does things that people in other communities, if you get what I'm saying, have been doing, and things that people are only looking at as quirky, like her pulling pants out of a purse. I don't want them to keep talking about this with Kathy. I just don't.
It's given, okay. For me, I was watching it and I was like, it's given very much Sophia Petrillo from the Golden Girls. She had that drawstring purse, and Kathy ironically had the same kind of purse, and she was just pulling random shit out of her purse all the time. That's what it's giving. It's like, oh my gosh, why are y'all really giving Kathy this moment and just making it? And she's not even a main cast member on the show. I
This
feel like
is, I don't think she's as ditzy as she seems.
no, she's not. I feel like she's doing this for the show to make sure people get entertained and laugh. And I think it was the same thing for Jennifer Tilly too. I don't feel like Jennifer Tilly was as kooky as she brings herself out to be. I just think she does it for them to help them in moments, because Jennifer Tilly doesn't need the show, and neither does Kathy Hill. Well,
Mhm.
questionable on Kathy Hilton's part, because we don't know what the finances is looking at, you know. So I'm just saying, it just seems like they're just trying to do anything to make something stick, and it's annoying.
They're giving Angie K from Salt Lake City.
Yes, yes.
Doing these little stuff. If it doesn't come off as legit, and if it doesn't come off as an authentic, we just do not care. We don't. I can't remember the lady that was on the show. She was an ex-model, and Lisa said she had Munchausen. Yolanda Hadid. That's Bella, and I can't remember the other one's daughter. But yeah, she's doing well. Yolanda's still doing extremely well. Yolanda's the reason we know Erica. Erica Girardi came on as Yolanda's very good friend when the rest of the ladies were against her. So, and no shade to Yolanda, I did think she was lying about some of her stuff. I just did. I do think she had some health issues, but I do think she used them as a way to get out of stuff. Yolanda also got caught in a couple lies, and she's friends with Erica, and Erica's a liar, so I'm not surprised.
She the one that was? She was the one that was married to David Foster, wasn't she?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, I had to think Yolanda. I didn't remember her. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. And then
her house was beautiful, but she shouldn't have been on this show because she lived in Malibu. That's Orange County. That is not Beverly Hills. So like they used to always complain back then about how long it would take them to get to her house, because I don't think people realize how far Orange County is from the LA metropolitan area.
Mm-hmm. That's a good hour and a half drive.
Like that's a long drive. That's why they have their own airport, the Santa Ana Orange County Airport. A lot of people don't realize, here's some free game from a true Californian. If you're going to Disneyland, fly into Santa Ana, because you're going to have a 20-minute ride compared to a 90-minute ride trying to come from LAX or Long Beach
or Burbank. Yeah.
Ooh, Lord.
I did that mistakenly. Couldn't even get in the damn thing. So, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people, even Californians, make that mistake. Like, it's super far. It's a very big state for a reason, y'all. High Rose City, glass fridge. Her refrigerator was beautiful. Her property, Yolanda's property, was a dream. Which just makes you think, why wasn't she asked to be on Orange County Housewives? Because I don't like any of the Orange County Housewives. I haven't liked any of them for years. And none of their houses are nice like Yolanda's was.
I don't remember like her.
Yeah. Holding on to their property for dear life with their teeth on the current cast.
Yeah, I didn't remember why, but that was strange. They didn't offer her Orange County versus Beverly Hills. And she had to commute all that way when she had to meet up with them and stuff. Yeah.
That's a long answer. I would never. But not much happens after this, y'all. So for some reason, Bose tried to turn everything that was discussed into Dorit. I feel like, Bose, you're doing the most for this clear lady. Let Dorit, if we want to talk about Dorit's situation, we will. But did you notice at the table, James, Bose was like, yeah, but what about you, Dorit? Because you're going through this too. What about y'all? Dorit's divorce is not interesting, and it's not going to be interesting. I don't want to watch a bunch of people fight over debt. This is a regular divorce like the rest of California. Okay? Because California is that place you could come where people have assets galore, but also have just as much debt, because it is expensive as hell to live here. And that applies to the people like Dorit and PK as well. I don't care about this divorce. Now, what they do talk about that was interesting was they asked Dorit if her children know about the divorce. And clearly, Dorit is the example of, I'm going to just keep it a buck, the white women that raise their kids in a way where the whole time they're treated as if their kids are still little babies and cannot process stuff. Kids absolutely understand stuff. They just can't express it. This bitch still hasn't told her kids that they're getting a divorce. She's got an 11-year-old. 11-year-olds are using tablets and can do lots of things that we couldn't do at 11. When I was 11, we were drinking water from the hose and running outside looking at streetlights. When her kids are 11, they've got internet. They know how to do all these things. So I'm sure her kids know of the divorce. In Dorit's mind, she says she's told Jagger, but I don't believe her because she kind of stumbled talking about that. Um, she says her oldest has kind of alluded that he thinks that they're getting a divorce, and she starts to talk in circles. And honestly, leave this lady's kids out the show. I don't care for her kids. Not like in a, I don't care for them or they're not entertaining, but they're not cast members. I don't care to discuss the impact of her kids as it relates to this divorce. I don't think it's appropriate if your kid is under 16, honestly. And I always stick by that because I gave Kelly a hard time on our RHOA reviews when Kelly was talking to her oldest daughter about the divorce and all that was going on. So I just don't feel like kids should be involved in that. You want to trust their daddy, but don't talk about the kids. Not Dorit, the lady shouldn't have asked her about it, like at all. But moving forward, it comes out because Rachel Zoe was very vocal that someone tried to set Rachel up with Mauricio. And I don't know, this is where Dorit says again that she feels like PK is following Mauricio's lead with the PDA of different women. But I don't know, I just felt like everyone was weird about their relationships. And they end the show saying that Dorit now wants to have a hot girl summer. Listen, I understand Megan Thee Stallion. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. I listen to her music. I do understand that she coined the term hot girl summer. I don't want to see these women in Beverly Hills utilizing this term. It's not funny. It's not cute. Honestly, it gives culture appropriation just a little bit in a negative way. Also, I don't want to hear of nobody having a hot girl summer until you're officially a hot girl. You're not a hot girl till you divorce, baby girl. Hot girls ain't got paperwork on them. All these hoes got paperwork on them. Talk about they want to have hot girl summer. Erica got paperwork. She's still legally married. Dorit got paperwork. Kyle got paperwork. Rachel Zoe, she got paperwork too. She ain't divorced hers either. The only one who ain't got no paperwork is Sutton and Jennifer Tilly because her ex-husband is dead and in the ground and left her with a residual check that will never end.
Ooh, I'm still mad about that.
And Sutton Strack is fine. She got baseball teams and spousal and some more shit. So as long as she don't find a new husband, she's fine. So I'm looking and I'm like, okay, do better. I was not impressed with the premiere because that was all in the episode, y'all. I was not impressed with the premiere. And usually if we get a dry premiere, like Salt Lake City's premiere this season was terrible. It was dry and boring. But the season has not been dry and boring. This looks like it's going to be dry and boring.
Absolutely. Absolutely, it does. It looks like it's going to be one of the duddest seasons they've had, consistently. It's been a consistent dud seasons. Even with Garcelle even being there, Garcelle, honestly, we were still bored.
Yeah.
So it's like, for me, they're still trying, and then the fact that they're still trying to use that, it's like, that's all they had. That's all they had. So I'm kind of, I wish you luck watching this and recapping this season. I'm gonna ride with you.
Well,
the wheels fall off the bandwagon.
Kiwan is here. What's poppin', Kiwan? Happy, what day is it? Sunday. Love After Lockup is coming back, you guys. For those who don't know, I'm a super fan of Love After Lockup. I've never missed an episode, and I recapped the show. I was recapping the show during my music reactions, but I paused because I had too much going on. I'm going to bring back my Love After Lockup recaps. James wants to join, so I am publicly asking him to watch the previous season so he understands what's going on, because these are long episodes, child, and it'll be the only way we get through in a timely manner. But I'm excited that it's coming back. Andrea is coming back. Not Andrea. What is her name? Monique. Monique is coming back, which I'm very excited about. I don't know why she's got another inmate, but I will be connecting. I'm going to hit up Kiwan to try and do a live going over the couples, because some of them have been around and I want James to understand it. And some of them are new. So I'm going to do a live to go over that. It does air on WeTV. I'm very excited for Love After Lockup. Y'all don't understand how excited I am, because it's just
based on me, because I got through the first season. It's interesting. Highly interesting.
For the first season.
I didn't have one. They all aggravated me. So no, I don't have a favorite couple, but I get to season 2.
One of the couples from the first season is a couple that lasts for like.
Really?
All of them. Yeah. And except until recently, because they pulled the Candy and Todd and opened up their marriage for a threesome, and it ended everything. But you guys, I am going to try and put together a live with Kiwan. I've been wanting to collab with her anyway. Of course, James will be there. He's in whatever I do. And discuss Love After Lockup in these couples that are coming, because it will be the hot mess express. I'm also going to be covering 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, which premieres tonight on TLC. I am a huge 90 Day Fiancé fan, but I don't always recap the shows that I absolutely love because I get annoyed having to rewatch it more than once and stuff like that. So I am going to add some stuff. Kiwan said, y'all know I'm new to Love After Lockup, and that's fine. Just collab with me, darling. You'll learn all you need to know. You'll do just fine. If you can recap a Bravo show, you can recap a WeTV show. You definitely can.
It don't look like it's going to be hard based on what I saw in the first season. Of it's not going to be hard. I haven't watched 90 Day Fiancé yet, so
you don't really need to watch that to catch up. This is all new couples. You'll be fine. Love After Lockup, I only wanted you to watch because there's 3 different shows, but on your DVR to show within one show. That's really it. But 90 Day Fiancé, every season is new people usually, and it's an interesting concept. I just like discussing relationships.
What was Shani's question?
There seem to be a lot of Monique's on TV. I don't think she has a question at all. Yeah, I don't see a question.
You don't see a question?
Oh, no. She got her marriage annulled within the Roman Catholic Church. So,
I didn't know who she was talking about. I was like, who got...
Within Catholicism, you have your legal marriage, which goes through the government, but then you can also, the bullshit Yandy and Mendici tried to say, be married within your church. So their spiritual marriage was dissolved. It was her husband being petty. I think he's mad at her fame, honestly.
Yeah, she still get everything. Like, don't let that twist up anything, because in the legal matter, she didn't necessarily get half of his shit, but she got a good chunk of it. I'm gonna say that.
Hutton's good. That was just something within the church. And honestly, it's probably better for her anyway that thing be dissolved. But you guys, we have a lot of shows that are coming back, which I'm glad about, because I haven't had shows and just been covering stuff I normally wouldn't cover, but it worked. Like Marriage at First Sight. So shout out to everybody. We will be back on my channel tomorrow to go over Before the 90 Days. We'll also be on James's channel tomorrow to go over Housewives of Potomac. And then we're going to head over to his channel now to go over Love and Marriage Huntsville. Well, please send James some suggestions for shows. He does enjoy the OWN network. OWN is a good network outside of Carlos King. Send him something, because I can't.
Send me something outside of OWN. I did not initially want to do Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I got suckered into it because Mrs. Best said, go ahead and do it. And then everyone else like,
shows at the time. You needed something.
Everybody else said, go ahead and do it, James. And then now it's my most viewed show on my channel. So now I have to do it.
That's how I feel about Love and Hip Hop. Can't stand it, but people watch it. I don't know why niggas care what I have to say with it, but they watch.
Yeah, so y'all go ahead and make y'all way to my channel so we can go ahead and go over this foolishness.
It is definitely that. I'll see everybody tomorrow on my channel. Peace, love, good energy. We will do Beverly Hills on Friday next week. Adios.